Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about what I've learned from my sister, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabora, I'm 21 years old, and on the 3rd, it's my sister's birthday. I'm filming earlier, but this will come out later, so happy past birthday to my sister. And I thought that I might take this opportunity to talk about what I've learned from her in the past 21 years of being with her. She's 2.5 years older than me, so I've had a lot of opportunities to watch her. When you are around older people, you can learn from their mistakes, you can learn from their successes, and I think that's pretty much how I've seen her, and I think that's pretty much how I have learned from her in the past years. I think the first thing that sticks out to me is that she never hid her feelings. I mean, she did in her teens, but I've learned from her that hiding your feelings doesn't get you anywhere, and just because you don't hide your feelings and just because you show that you have emotions doesn't make you any less strong. It actually makes other people respect your humanity, I would say. And because I am the total opposite of her, and I'm trying to be like this, oh yeah, I'm totally fine all the time and I'm good no matter what. I've seen that just because you show that you have feelings and that you have ups and downs doesn't mean that people respect you any less. It shows a lot of strength to be vulnerable and show what you feel. The second thing that I definitely learned from her is that not every woman has to be strong in a certain type of way. I feel like with the fourth way of feminism, we have this like badass bitch CEO, I don't care about anyone woman that we all try to be. And to be honest, that is a very sexist way of looking at things and judging other women. And it doesn't mean that softer women or like more traditional women, I would say, have any less value. And I think that we devalue many of that category. Some of my friends that fit in that category as well, of like, I don't know, like when they actually want a family or when they're just more caring and stuff, it feels like they're not really fitting in because the wave that we are in right now is so young driven and so like so strong and cutthroat, and I don't think that to be a strong woman you have to give up of your character, and I don't think to be successful in this world you have to give up of your womanhood, and that is something that I've learned from my sister. And by the way, I know that I look like a mess but I'm leaving very soon, so I just have to do a lot of stuff. I have to pack and stuff, so yeah, just bear with me, please. I've also learned that we as people are just very different, and just because something is easy for you doesn't mean that it has to be easy for anyone else. Yeah, like my sister and I are the complete opposite to each other, and things that seem very easy to me, like, I don't know, calling people or paperwork or interviewing other people, those things are not as easy or as natural to her, and other things that she has a strength in, like being artsy, drawing, all of that is not easy to me. So don't project your own things onto other people, and don't be like, oh yeah, I don't get why you make such a fuss out of it, because that person might be struggling with something that you just don't understand. A pretty strong one, in my opinion. Don't compromise on what you want or do not want, because from the outside, my sister seems like the softer one of us. But I actually have a way harder time to say no. When my sister doesn't want to do something, she won't do it. And there are not many things that will make her do it. So I have really learned to respect my own boundaries. And even if it's hard, to step away and see it from a different perspective. And not letting other people use you in that way. The fifth one is you never know what other people have went through. My sister has gone through a lot of bullying, and some things that she's going through on a day-to-day basis, just she's struggling with it more because she has that past. And other people have different traumas, and everyone is dealing with something else on their mind, and you never know what is going on. So don't just assume when you see that something is not as easy for another person as it is for you, because that person might have a past, or I don't know, like maybe they don't even have a past, maybe it's just hard for them. So just acknowledge it, don't judge other people. You wouldn't want to be judged as well. So something that I struggle with a lot is don't be afraid to give up on something that doesn't feel right. My sister stopped an apprenticeship, or dropped out of an apprenticeship that she didn't want to do anymore because she felt really bad in that environment, and she knew that it wasn't her purpose and it wasn't making her any happier, and she gave that up. And I think for me it would have been so hard to stop something, to be like, okay, this is not working, because I go through the end to something, and to be honest, I don't think that that is something to be proud of sometimes. I think that that is a very toxic trait of I can't give up, I have to go through this, because the purpose of your life is to make yourself happy, and it's so inefficient to just butt your head through the wall and just be like, no, I'm never allowed to give up. You're allowed to do anything in life, and if you're not happy, you should give up on some things, because you should never give up on yourself and on your own happiness, and you should never compromise your mental health. And I commend her for that, for just being like, this is not what I want, I'm dropping out. That takes a lot of strength, and you face so much judgment that I can't imagine how she must have felt. Something that I'm really grateful for her teaching me is don't be afraid to dream and never give up on your dreams. I'm a very grounded person, I would say, of oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm very type A, and she reminds me to reach out for the stars and to dream bigger and to try to achieve more every day, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think that's why you need a support system, because where you lag, other people help you see other things and be more than you already are, or see more of yourself than you do at the moment. And I think that is very valuable. Something that I'm really trying to learn is sometimes the best thing that you can do for your loved ones is to just shut up and listen. I am a problem solver, and when my sister has a problem, I'm trying to be like, oh, we can do this, we can do that, it's better when you do this. And sometimes she just wants to rant or get it off her chest, and always looking out for the best new thing or to solve a problem that doesn't really help, even if it's with the best intention. So just sit down and listen, and really actively listen, and try to take away the pain from the person first, or share the pain before you look out for any more solutions. Sometimes the person doesn't even want a solution, or wants to find the solution on their own. something that my sister tells me over and over again is it's okay to ask for help. That's what your loved ones are for. And when you don't share your struggles, they actually feel left out, and that is really unfair. Because you love to help your loved ones, why don't you give them the opportunity to help you? And my sister has told me that, I think at least 10 times in the last month, to just let other people help me. And I really value that, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think if you are the type of person that is struggling with letting other people help them, think the other way around. Think how rewarding it is to help other people, and how it must feel to see a loved one struggle from the outside and not being able to help because the other person is not letting you help. And the 10th thing, growth never stops, and neither does the struggle. And success or life in general is not linear. Healing isn't either. And even if you fall, just pick yourself up again. And sometimes you think you found the right thing, then on the long run you see that it didn't really work out, and it's completely fine to be like, okay, I want to try something else now. And that is what my sister is doing, and I'm really proud of her for doing that. And I think that is something to keep in mind, that life doesn't stop just because you're, 30, 40, whatever. You always keep going, and you always see different sides of yourself that make you want to explore different sides and different things in life. And I think that is something to cherish and not to be afraid of. So these were my 10 things that I've learned from my sister. I'm very grateful to have her in my life. I hope this helped someone out there. And again, happy birthday to one of the most important people in my life, to my soulmate. I love you very much. See you in the next one.